In this video, we'll see how to convert a Mealy machine into a Moore machine. So already we have discussed what to mean by Mealy machine, how to derive state table state diagram for both Mealy as well as Moore machine. Now here it comes with the conversion. Now when I want to convert a Mealy into Moore machine, this is particularly a Mealy machine. The reason, if you see this particular diagram, here output, it depends upon input and state. So when it depends upon both input and state, such kind of circuits or such kind of circuits are called as the Mealy machine. Now if I want to convert this into Moore machine, a generalized structure could be like this. If I take the first state as Q0, it might have output as 0 or 1 will written within the bracket, and it entirely depends upon the state only. तो इस टाइप के डायग्राम्स को हम कहेंगे मूर मशीन. So let's start conversion. So in case of converting Mealy into Moore machine, we need or we can use two types of techniques. One is called as a transition table and one is called as a straight equations. So in case of transition table, we have to draw the transition table based on the state diagram and repeatedly, optimize it. But it's quite time consuming. But when we go for a straightforward conversion, we can start with the first state जो हमारे पास available है Q0. So I'll be writing the first present state as Q0. Here it is. Now Q0's next state is Q1 when the input is 0. So we can fetch Q0's next state is Q1 when the input is 0, and in that case the output is 0. So I can place output here. So next at Q1's output will be 0. Second condition, Q0's next state is Q2. So we'll be writing here with input 1 and output 0. So this will be our first step. Second, when we start with Q2, we'll see Q2's next state is Q1 when the input is 0. You can see Q2's next state is Q1 when the input is 0, but here its output could be Q1, but we don't have Q1 with output 1 क्योंकि हमारे पास जो Q1 state है उसका output 0 है. So in that case we have to fetch a new state called as Q1 whose output is 1. So we'll write Q1 with output 1 और उसको हम route out करेंगे. Q2's next state is Q1 with input 0 and output 1. This is satisfied. Similarly, if I see Q2's next state is Q2 when the input 1 and output is 0. So you can see Q2's next state is Q2 when the input is 1. Fine, ये तो हो गया Q2 का. Now we'll go for Q1. If you see Q1 when the input is 0, output 0 and next state is Q1. So Q1's next state will be Q1 with input 0, output is 0. Similarly, when I come across the next state, Q1's next state is Q2 with input 1. लेकिन यहाँ पर आउटपुट चाहिए 1. इन दिस केस वी हैव आउटपुट एज 0. सो अगेन हमें एक न्यू नोड ऐड करना पड़ेगा एज Q2 whose output is 1. So you can switch Q1's new next state is Q2 with input 1 and output is 1. So we got two new states. एक तो Q1 with output 1 है और दूसरा है Q2 with output 1. अब up to this particular point we got Q0, Q1, Q2. Now we'll switch on to Q1 with output 1, Q2 with output 1. So let's start the possibility of Q2 with output 1. तो देखिए इसके लिए if I see the state diagram Q1 Q1's next state is Q1 provided that input 0 है और output भी 0 है. So we can write for this one also Q1's next state is Q1 itself provided that इनपुट 0 है और आउटपुट 0. तो ये हो जाएगा इसका मैपिंग. सेकंड, व्हेन इनपुट इज 1 यू कैन सी Q1's नेक्स्ट स्टेट इज Q2 with input 1, output 1. So Q1's next state is Q2 with input 1 and output is 1. So this is satisfied. तो ये तो हो गया Q1 का. input 0, input 1. Similarly, when we go for Q2, you can see Q2's next state is Q2 with input 1, output 0. तो Q2 का नेक्स्ट स्टेट है Q2, इनपुट 1 है एंड आउटपुट शुड बी 0. सो यू रिटर्न दिस कंडीशन. नेक्स्ट Q2's input 0, next state is Q1 with output 1. So again we can draw schematic like this, which shows that Q2's next state is Q1, input 0 and output is 1. So this will be our converted Moore machine from Mealy machine. What was the process? The process was quite simple. Take the first node, map it with Q1 or Q2. Q1 Q2 का कॉम्बिनेशन चेक करना है. अगर पॉसिबिलिटी 0 का है तो 0 आउटपुट, अगर 1 आ रहा है या फिर 0 आ रहा है तो हमें नेक्स्ट स्टेट ऐड करना है उसी का जो हमने किया था यहाँ पर Q1 विद आउटपुट 1 एंड Q2 विद आउटपुट 1, और उसी तरह से हमने इसको राउट आउट भी किया. So this is how you can convert a Mealy machine into a Moore machine. I hope you understood this point. In the next video also we'll see another example of conversion from Mealy machine to Moore machine. Thank you.